Bringing you the voice and vision of custom culture and lifestyle, as seen through the eyes of this South Texas duo. Welcome to the Custom Couple. 30 years behind the chair, man. That is a good bit, man.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Custom Couple.
How are you guys doing?
We're doing amazing, actually.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Yeah, I see. She's got her hair all jacked up to Jesus. Look at her go.
That's just half of my hair. All my other hair is down.
Lord have mercy.
I have a lot of it. I fear for every person that ever has cut my hair or styled it. It takes way too long.
Yeah. I see. Probably like an hour and a half just to blow dry it.
Yes.
And that's with her fancy blow dryer, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, she used some of her.
And they all close up for shop. Like, no. Go on down the street, girl. Go on down the street.
Yeah, no, I mean, whenever they're done cutting it or style, I'm like, I promise I will tip you well. I know your arms are probably tired.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And it's like, how many hair dyes does it take to do all of your hair? 2
full 16-ounce bottles to do my hair.
Yeah. So we have...
That's an expensive hairdo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We have the Barber Joe on the Custom Couple with us.
Oh, shucks. Hi. It's been a while. Let's see who we can piss off this time. I mean, last time we pissed off some dork about, he was complaining that we talked too much about bat music or vampire music or something. I don't know. Remember what he said.
Yeah, so you and I talked a few times actually on the Russ Culture Project. And then I got the wonderful chance to come up there and actually hang out with you and a bunch of the decent boys and some of the hooligans and got to hang out in the murder capital of the world.
It's the craziest thing. I was talking about this with a dude today that was sitting in my chair. He had just moved to St. Louis. And he was like, I don't understand how your city gets that title every year. He's like, you guys are the coolest, nicest people I've ever met. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I don't get it either. You can say hi to anybody on the street and they won't look at you weird. they'll just say hi back. And yeah, I don't get it either, but we get that title every year. I don't know. Something going on.
Yeah. Maybe it's
people aren't talking about it.
Yeah, maybe it's just happening on, in really mass quantities in small areas that you're unaware of. But, since the last time I got to come up there and see you, you went through some health issues and then came out and became a world traveler and made it down to Texas at some point and had bands writing songs about you. And
they're very... Yeah, those dudes are homeless in Hollywood. Those dudes are, they're just such good guys. You met one of them, one of the guys in that band, Nick John Likes.
Yes.
It's actually his band. He's in the Metal Flakes and Car Club that hosts Rustoberfest every year. You two should come to that.
Ooh.
Yeah, you should totally. That's like my absolute favorite car show of the year. In fact, I'm not even doing any barbering in any other car shows this year, just that one.
Oh, wow. When is that one happening?
That one's in October.
Okay.
I want to say the second weekend in October. I may have that right. I'll send you guys a flyer to it.
Awesome.
Yeah, even if we're not able to make it, we absolutely will promote it, of course.
Yeah.
I do follow Rusttoberfest's Instagram, so I do get all the
Okay.
updates from them as well. But yeah, send us the flyer. We will
Yeah.
totally throw that out there, especially closer to when they're having their show. But
Yeah, for sure.
tell me how it's been going with you, man. How's barber life, and are you back to work and actually going into the salon?
Yeah. Yeah. I've been back to work since June 2nd of last year.
Oh, okay,
Um,
good.
when the city of St. Louis lifted their shutdown, we went back to work. It was really, really slow going. And it was like you had to pay a dude to come up there and get his fucking oil changed. It was so weird, man. I'm so used to being so busy, and I literally sat there for like 2 or 3 guys a day for a very, very, very long time.
Really?
It got really bleak, and then all of a sudden, people started getting their vaccine, and then I guess they started gaining courage, and they started coming back out of their houses. And ever since then, I've been swamped, crazy busy.
Oh, that's
So
good.
I'm really, really grateful that I stuck it out because I love that shop. It's a great shop. You've been there.
Yeah.
So
I tell everybody the story about it too. I tell everybody how I went to go hang out with y'all, and everybody I ran into, I told them that I traveled all the way from San Antonio, Texas, just for this haircut, and just for this cup of coffee.
yeah. That was a good cup of coffee, though.
Yeah.
I think I sent you to Meshuggah Coffee House.
Yes, you did. Yes, you
Yeah,
did.
that's the best, man. They have the best.
Yeah, you told
So-
me is you can go down the
And then
street
we got
that way.
extremely drunk all weekend.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Oh,
Yeah.
Malort.
It was almost embarrassing drunk. Oh,
I saw all the videos of it, so it was hilarious to me.
I don't understand how them dudes drink that stuff, man. I mean, I can. It smells like a nightmare 60 feet away.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine drinking it. It's got to taste like I don't know, fermented toenails or something. I don't know. The face people make when they drink that shit. It's like, whoa. And then it just makes you be goofy. I don't understand.
Oh yeah. I love messing with the people here in Texas about it. It's like, here, you want to try this? This is a delicacy up in Chicago. They love
Chicago, yeah. Don't put that on us.
They love this shit.
dude. Yeah. I mean, it's bad enough they got bad taste in beer, for God's sakes. They got that shit.
Absolutely. So how are the decent boys doing?
We're all hanging in there. We hung out more during COVID than we did any other time. It was actually really kind of cool. We got together a lot as friends and family, and we went to each other's houses and we barbecued and we ate food and we broke bread together. We didn't do a whole lot of car stuff because everybody's shit's built and I sold mine off. So, not a whole bunch of that going on, but I think if there were, I think we would all be in for it. And I think it'd be a really fun thing. But so we just get together and, barbecue and just kind of hang out that way. Crystal and I bought a new house out in the country. So some people have been coming out here a little bit. And I think they enjoy the drive because it's very scenic. It's incredibly rural, so you get all the back roads, and it's really fun to drive on them. It's really, really pretty. So
that's awesome, man.
Yeah,
that's definitely awesome.
It's very, very different than being in the city. So when you guys do come to St. Louis, let me know. I got a spare room.
Ooh,
you can hang out here.
Even better.
Oh, absolutely.
Sold.
Yeah. So, and I'm a pretty good cook, so we'll get down on that.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, we would love to come up there and hang out with you again. Sam just needs to get out of San Antonio for a bit. We went up and hung out with my parents a couple weekends ago, and every time that we get a chance to go out there, it's just like a weekend of no cell phones, like barely any TV watching, and it's like we just get out and get to enjoy the property that they live on. So yeah,
Nice.
we kind of do get used to those weekends and kind of enjoy them a little bit more. So definitely in the plans for hopefully soon we can decide to make some kind of trip like that.
Oh yeah, that'd be freaking amazing.
Yeah, I would love it to have you guys out again.
Ding.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
Shit, I don't know about October, but definitely I would love to try to make it. I'm like going through my head going, I think I can do that. And then if I can see a calendar for this day, maybe we can schedule this in. And
Yeah. We usually host or help participate in hosting a car show usually in the spring, and it got canceled this year and moved to July. So July 10th is when it's coming up. It's a nostalgia drag racing event, and it's really fun. And we help with the car show portion of it. So, and they usually have it in May. So maybe you could plan for that. That would be really cool.
we might be able to do a trip next May. Because all of our car shows here in South Texas and Texas in general, they all got pushed into the fall.
Yeah.
So next year it might change and it might go back to springtime. But
hopefully,
I don't believe it would be a big deal to make some plans and get out of Texas for a minute and go see some cool shit. Because, I mean,
and go all the way to travel for another haircut.
Yeah, all the way from San Antonio, Texas.
Well, when somebody's offering you a free haircut, you just show up.
Oh, of course, absolutely. So,
now wait, does that apply to me? Because I have a fuckload of hair. That's where it starts getting complicated.
Barber.
I'll figure something out for you to cut. I'll still figure out something for you to cut.
All right. No, I actually did women's hair as well for a very, very, very long time.
Oh,
I could rock your
nice.
shit out. Yeah. I ain't scared of no hair.
No, Joe definitely is not. A lot of folks, if you know Joe, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Joe is my go-to person for everything music related. I love all of Joe's musical taste. So me and you have some of the coolest conversations, and I just want you to know that I appreciate those so much because he always shows me bands that I've never heard, or then you've shown me some really awesome music and be like, hey, check this one song out that this guy did in the basement of a hotel, and it's what the hell, where do you find this stuff, man? But no,
I get lucky because I have friends that are way smarter than I am when it comes to music and that musical knowledge and stuff like that. So I get most of my information from a good friend, Al Swecker. If you ever get a chance on a Thursday afternoon to listen to the radio, they simulcast on the internet as well. It's kdhx.org. And my buddy Al Swecker has a show called The Greaser's Lunchbox.
Oh, really?
And yeah. And most of my music knowledge has come from him. He's the shit.
Well, shout out to him for sure.
He's got a great show. Yeah, shout out to Al Swecker. His show is half rockabilly, but it's 50s and 60s rockabilly, And sometimes he does do like, newer, some psychobilly and some stuff like that, but he really stays traditional. And then the second half is usually like 70s and 80s punk, and sometimes rock and roll and sometimes metal. So he just kind of mixes it all together. It's a great show. I think you would really love it.
Dude, I will check that out.
So Thursday,
yeah,
it's every Thursday, 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock Central Standard Time.
Nice. We'll definitely have to check that out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Even being in St. Louis, Joe has messaged me on occasions telling me about shows that are happening in San Antonio. And I'm like, why do you know about shows in my town? And I don't even know what's going on.
You're like the first to hear about them. You're like, wait a minute.
I don't even remember who it was. It was one of your friends.
I know exactly what you're talking about. That was P-Lander Z.
Yes, and they were playing at Hot Joy. I was like,
well,
how do you know about these? Like, how do you know about these freaking hole in the wall places?
He just calls you and tells you, okay, you got to knock 3 times on the door to enter. If you knock any more than that, you will not be allowed in.
Yeah.
You are not coming in. You are not coming in.
It's like that song,
you have $19
Green Door.
For the cover charge. Right. So, no, that was P-Lander Z. Those dudes are fucking awesome, man. They're a Japanese punk band. They were from out of New York for a very long time, and then all of a sudden, P-Lander Yellow. They go by colors.
I was gonna say, aren't they yellow, orange, and purple?
Yellow, purple, and red, I think. And then his wife, Pink, P-Lander Pink, we can't forget her.
Yeah.
She's fucking dynamite. But they're in Austin now. And P-Lander Yellow goes around Austin, and he paints these giant, weird monster murals all over the place.
I think I actually saw them. If you were talking about I was like, I'm pretty sure, because they dress exactly like their same color. And when I saw them, I was like, they kind of remind me of like the crazy punk rock, like Wiggles or something, because they're so out there, but they are so fun. Like,
that's them.
Yeah. Well, then I did see them.
They will invite you on stage just to bang a pot and pan around.
Yes.
They're awesome.
Oh, that's
human bowling, and they'll body slam each other on stage. It's good stuff.
Oh yeah, no, it's very fun to watch and be a part of.
Yeah, they're my age. I don't know how the fuck they do it anymore, because I go up the steps and stub a toe, and I'm fucking done for a month.
Joe, I'm not even your age yet. And I'm the same way. I'm like, I don't even want to do this. I don't want to do this. How does Joe do this?
He drank an icy today and literally was dying for 30 minutes because he drank it too fast. He was like, that's it. I'm done. I'm done.
It was too full. I'm sure all of our listeners can understand this. It was too full. I had no room to add the alcohol to it. So I had to chug. I got a brain freeze.
Yeah, I get it.
They fill it up to the top. Where does the tequila go? Yeah, exactly. Our listeners out there should probably, start writing into the show and, give us explanations as to why, we shouldn't be chugging ice drinks at our age.
I agree. And they should tell us better booze to put in them. Like, what's better with the grape icy slush? Is it rum? Is it vodka? Tequila is going to taste like shit and some grape stuff. I don't know about you. Anything other than pina colada, that tequila is just going to be nasty.
Yeah. And then all of the hooligans up there are going to be trying to push Malort on all of us.
No, they're good dudes, though, man. I dig those. Chuck is a good dude. There's one of their members just finished barber school, in fact, and I've been following him a little bit, and he's putting out some pretty good work. For somebody who's like still in their apprenticeship, he's doing some pretty good stuff. I'm digging it. So
I think I know who you're talking about too. I'm blanking on his name right now. I think it's like Reverend something.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no,
we are talking about the same person. Yeah.
Oh man, I've been following
And I'm
several
sorry,
of
dude,
them.
I forgot your name. So yeah.
It happens. It totally happens.
Yeah.
Especially when you're put on the spot. That's what I get
Yeah.
get put on the spot all the time and be like, hey, you remember that one guy? And it's like, no. And as soon as I turn this microphone off, I know everybody you're talking about. I'll probably even know their phone number and address.
Right.
Weirdo.
I've been there. I've been to that house. I threw pebbles at the window.
Yeah,
Nobody
those nice little shutters, little white. Oh, it's just beautiful with that blue door. Like just going very descriptive.
Next thing you know, the police are at the front door. I don't understand.
Have you been out to any concerts lately? Has live music made a comeback in your area yet?
The last show I was going to go to was The Damned, and then COVID hit, and I was pissed.
Damn.
The last show I did go see was Homeless in Hollywood.
Yeah.
At a dirt roundy round track in some buttfuck Missouri somewhere. Killer car show. I wish it hadn't rained on them. It's their very first time out. It's called Moonshine Ramble or Moonshine Madness or something like that.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Man, they had a really cool concept going. They had the dirt track going, and they were letting people go out on the dirt track and run their cars on the dirt track and stuff. It was a really, really cool deal, man. So I really hope that they do it again. And I hope next year it doesn't rain, because it was a killer concept. And people were racing on the 8th mile dirt drag strip. And I've never seen a dirt drag strip before. I'm into it. It was cool.
Dude, we have we used to have a show here, and they stopped being able to find places that would allow them to do it. But we had a moonshine run here, and they actually had like a not so much a round track, but like it kind of went through some woods and it came back around. And the whole idea behind it was you'd start at a starting line, then they would time you, so there wouldn't be like multiple people trying to drive at the same time, but they would time you, and you'd get to a certain spot. You would have to get out of your car, load up moonshine into the trunk or the back seat of your car, jump back in your car, and then get back to the starting position. And of course, best time wins or whatever. And there was like
least broken bottles.
Yeah, there was a few years that they were able to do this, and it was a few different locations that they used to make it happen. But they can't find a place that allows them to do such things around here anymore. You have to try to do it on private property and shit.
That would be killer. That would be a lot of fun. That would be cool. I would dig that.
Oh yeah. And there was somebody that was actually like making some moonshine, so like they're passing around moonshine out of and you actually get to taste real moonshine.
Is that where you got the stuff that burned blue?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the metal flakes. They do that moonshine over here in Missouri.
Yep.
Yeah. Anywhere those dudes are, you're bound to find some moonshine. Those dudes party, man. They get down.
I remember Nick, hanging out with us. Nick and his wife Angie. There you go. Yeah. They hung out with us for a bit when I came up there for the Hooligans show, and they were a blast to hang out with.
Oh yeah, dude, they're all good people. That in fact, Nick, it was his garage that I was sitting in when we did our first interview, when I had all of the different car clubs from around St. Louis with me.
That's right.
That was in Nick's garage.
That's right. Weren't you giving out some haircuts that day?
I was, yeah. Yeah, I was doing haircuts in his garage that day. That was a lot of fun. We haven't done that in a long time. I miss doing that. That was fun.
Well,
But yeah, we would have like 6 different car clubs show up, and we're all just sitting there talking bullshit and getting haircuts. It was cool.
hell yeah, bowl cuts for everybody.
Absolutely. Light them up, boys. We got the Kentucky Mud Flat going.
That's what I'm talking about.
Choose your bowl, small, medium, large.
So if you're getting free haircuts,
I gotta go small. I got a pinhead.
one of us.
Good catch, Buzzard. Good catch.
So, and for our listeners out there, I mean, everybody probably knows I'm referencing the Ramones, but where did the Ramones get it from? I want people to write in and tell me where the Ramones got that from.
See, Al Swecker would know that. I don't know that. I'm not that cool. Al Swecker would know that because he's also in a Ramones tribute band.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, and he's the singer for that. So yeah, he would totally know that.
I will give everybody else out there a hint that the whole idea of the pinheads and where the Ramones got it from is old film. Yeah, old movies. Mm-hmm. So when we get off of here, I'll tell you the answer.
Gotcha.
He's gonna write in as anonymous, be like, "What do I win?"
Right. So, of course.
You win a shout out.
I want some custom couple swag.
There you go.
Hell yeah. I want some. What are you talking about? I want custom couple swag.
It's not done yet.
If I ever get brave enough, I'm gonna have Mr. B-Rad print me off some zombie Barber Joe shirts.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, you definitely should, and you do that, and you'll have to let us know. We'll definitely pick some up from you. I'm pretty sure that I have a zombie Barber Joe sticker on the Rebel.
You do.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the Model A has one of your stickers on it.
Yeah, it's the one that has like the Barber, like the red, white, and blue, the things around it. It goes around the border. Yeah, that's the one you have.
Yeah.
Dennis the Menace drew that. Shout out to my club brother Dennis.
Yeah.
He created that likeness of me all the way down to the creepers on the feet.
Have you ever had anybody like ask you about your creepers? Like, what the hell are those?
Yeah. Well, people who aren't hip. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm like, it's kind of like a greasy shark thing. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. If you're cool, you're cool. If you're a big dork like me, you're just a big dork like me. And then if you're a big dork like me, you probably have creepers.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I had a lady ask me what my stupid looking shoes were and why I was wearing them, and yeah, I was not
stupid
happy.
Looking shoes. Oh,
did she eat the shoe? It's the more important question I'd ask.
Yeah.
Did she taste it? Is she a bootlicker?
Now we're getting weird. She's a boot black.
Welcome to the custom couple. Time to get weird.
Dark edition. This is why you don't have me on all the fun guests we have, because then I get crazy.
Yeah. So 30 minutes into episodes, we go weird, I guess. It's all send your kids to bed.
You're here then. I totally feel like I'm somebody like worthy now because Samantha's here. I'm like, all right.
I'm not on all of them because sometimes I work, but this one I was like, I'm gonna be off work. I will drive in 4 o'clock traffic to get home.
Yep.
Sweet. Yeah, I know that you're not on all of them because I am actually a fan of the show.
Yay!
Nice.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
I couldn't tell you what they're all about because I'm usually dodging traffic on my way to work when I listen to you guys. So there's that.
Yeah, for all of the folks that listen in, Sam, she works in the medical field, so of course there's been a few episodes, not a bunch, but just a few episodes where I flew solo and didn't halfway ruin the episode.
I mean, we already knew when we did our other interview. So he was interviewing somebody, and I came in right when he was still in the interview, like 15 minutes left, and I was like, "Oh, I want to join." I fucked it all up. We had sound problems, we had video problems, we had Wi-Fi problem, we had every problem, and he's like, "I didn't have this when you weren't here." I was like, "This is why I can't just jump in apparently, because I fucked that one up." I was like, "Oh, okay."
So I had the recorder rolling and just rolling. The interview is going great, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna jump on." I was like, "Okay, that's fine. I can do that." As soon as I plugged in her microphone, everything went haywire, and it was like the computer started not understanding what things were, and yeah,
Murphy's Law.
absolutely.
Murphy's Law.
If it can go wrong, it will go wrong.
Yeah, for sure.
It was great. It was so much fun.
I do have to say that the episode with, I can't remember his name, but you guys went out to dinner with him first, and then you did your interview after that. He was started a truck delivery service.
That's Thurman.
Thurman. Yeah. That dude's story was a fucking great story, man. I really enjoyed listening to his whole background and how he's really kind of, did things for people around him and stuff like that. It's fucking rad, man.
Oh yeah, no, his business is crazy. Even with him, it was just so much fun. He told us that he's moved people all the way from San Antonio to Houston to Dallas he's like all over the place that he's delivered. He's delivered, I think the farthest, I can't really remember, but it was out of Texas that he delivered because people loved him that much. But he was just such a fun person to be around. We spent like 6-7 hours with him. And we were just having so much fun at dinner. Like, me and him got drunk unintentionally. And we just both looked at each other and we're just like, well, we fucked up. Because
it's always unintentional.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Lane was a little buzzed, but he was a lot more sober than both of us. And we were just both looking at each other during the interview. And I was like, we have to be on point. We have to remember what to talk about. Like, we were just looking at each other like, we got this. So, no.
And you didn't.
Nope.
Yeah, no. But yeah, that was, those were some of our favorite moments with things, going on with this whole podcast is like we get to meet cool people. We get to go and see what their neighborhood's like. And like with him, it was like, we went to Austin and met up with him, and he got his car out of storage just so we could go out and cruise in it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
If you haven't checked him out, Thurman Jackson Jr., go check out his shoebox Ford. It's absolutely, just absolute tops, man. You'll nice. Dig that car from front to back, all bottom to top. There's nothing nice. Bad about that car.
That whole car was his entire concept. He was telling us the whole process of that he would not budge when anybody suggested something different. He knew exactly how he wanted it built.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely check out that. And then his clothing brand is Work Hard, Be Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Now, does he just only do hats, or does he do other stuff too?
He's got shirts. He's got shirts and hats. The hats he just does limited supplies of, and I think he said he's on like his 14th hat that he's released. Yeah, and
still sells out to this day. He says there are people who literally have a collection from his first hat to his most recent, the 14th hat, that have his entire collection and send it to him just so they can see that he has it.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, well, I absolutely look ridiculous in a hat, so
Me too.
But no,
Yeah,
I've got
see,
one of his shirts.
I
It's like a baseball tee, like a 3/4 sleeve baseball tee.
perfect. I
Yeah.
love those. Those are my favorites anyway.
See, look, this just looks ridiculous. My hair just makes it look like it floats. This doesn't look right.
Cute as a button. Cute as a button.
I wish I could rock hats. I can't. They look stupid.
I only wear a hat when I don't comb my hair, and then I'm embarrassed anyway. So
Yeah, I'm pretty vain that way. I have to comb my hair before I leave the house. Yeah.
well, Joe, of course, I know you're gonna throw shout outs to all the decent boys and all of that, but who are some folks that you want to just give a little extra to, and say their names on this mass media shindig of a show that we've got?
Most importantly, my wife. I miss her so much. She is embarking on a new adventure as a lady truck driver, and that's why I was in Dallas. I was dropping her off at work.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and she's been on the road ever since. And
really,
so,
she's been on the road that long.
Yeah, she's been out for 6 weeks so far, and I think she's got a week to go before she comes back home.
Oh wow!
So I really miss her. So shout out to my wife, Crystal. She's the fucking bomb.
That she is. I do remember that about her.
Yeah, she's a feisty redhead, and I love her to death, and I miss her. And I'd like to give a shout out to John Daly and Steve Cook and Nick John Likes and their drummer Eric for writing such an amazing song, Zombie Barber Joe. If you don't know the song, you should go check it out. It's on the YouTubes. Just search for Zombie Barber Joe and it'll come up.
Hell yeah.
So it's a cool song. I'm incredibly touched that they wrote it for me. As you touched on a little bit in the beginning of the show, I had some health issues at the beginning of COVID, and I had a heart attack, and I actually died. And thank you to the hospital staff that brought me back and got me to quit smoking, and then those dudes wrote that song about me. So they're really amazing dudes.
I mean, you're back from the dead, man. You really are the Zombie Barber Joe.
Yeah. And I don't suggest dying. It's really fucking boring. I don't remember a goddamn thing. No dead relatives, none of that. I want a fucking redo is what I want.
Yeah.
No, I really don't. I'm really I don't want to do that again. It was boring. Another shout out. I would like to shout out to Andy Van Hugenstrat and his beautiful wife Maria Van Hugenstrat. They just had an absolutely beautiful little girl, little Miss Vera. Vera. She's going to steal everybody's hearts. She's already stolen mine. So yeah, I think that's just about it. My boys in the Decent Boys. My boys in the Metal Flakes dudes. Ben Schaefer over there in Illinois, him and his dudes with the twisted rods and good dudes. They're solid dudes. So yeah. Chris Semshauser is a fucking rad ass artist who's just putting out some really cool stuff with B-Rad, the Magnificent.
Yep. Yeah, we know it. We know Chris.
Yeah, Chris is the shit, man.
Yeah, we've of course I've gotten a chance to actually meet a lot of these people that you've mentioned in person, and I know, every single one of them was absolutely amazing to me, while I was up there on my journey. So, I appreciate
in the dive bar.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that dive bar. I think I still have the shot glass. And I think
Nice.
it has a Kingpin sticker on it, I believe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would have been a present from Corky.
Yes. Yeah, I think I've got it around here with a few of the things that I kept from my travels back then, like the camera that's forever stuck inside of a prison because my friend Johnny decided to weld it into a little metal box for me.
Well, he mailed it back to you. Now, he didn't say how he mailed it back. He just said he mailed it back to you.
So, I have like a bunch of trinkets from all my travels from when I was running around doing podcasts, and I'm pretty sure I still have that shot glass from that dive bar we went to.
Now you get to do it with a wife that's just as crazy as you, so that's even worse. Now it's double trouble.
Hallelujah.
Absolutely, man. So
we didn't really get to talk a whole lot about cars, and I know that this show's about cars and the culture and stuff like that. And I promise you, folks, I really am a car guy, and I really do belong to the culture.
But you know what? Like that's one of the things that like we do tell a lot of folks when we talk about the show and we talk about, you know, what we do as the custom couple. It really is a lifestyle type show, a culture show. You know, and we've talked to, you know, musicians, we've talked to artists, we've talked to barbers.
Yeah.
Photographers.
The barber. Let's fix that. The barber.
Oh, wow.
Photographers. So it's not a show that's like 100% tech, you know, garage talk all the time. And
I was literally about to say that we're not a very technical car show. Now we don't necessarily frown upon that. It's just, you know, we like to hear all kinds of the story. We don't just want to get into technical stuff. We want to hear everything that has to do with it.
Yeah.
Again, back to Andy Van Hoogenstraat, who just had the baby. One of my shout outs. He was pretty instrumental in helping me get the balls to show up at a car show and pitch a tent and start cutting hair out there. He kept telling me, dude, you got to do that. You got to do that. You'll have so much fun. And he was right. I did. I just showed up at the Creepers car show and they were nice enough to let me set up. And they were like, yeah, fuck, that'd be cool. And so it was cool. And I got to do all these really traditional 40s and 50s style haircuts because that's what these dudes really like. And man, I was having so much fun with it. And ever since then, I've been hitting the car shows and stuff like that. So if you're ever in Missouri or Illinois and you see some weirdo cutting hair at a car show, it's probably me.
If it's not you, I'm going to talk to that person and find out why.
They've probably talked to me and I'm like, yeah, and I've probably given my blessing. I've gotten quite a few phone calls from barber shops. Seriously, I mean, I some barber shop, I don't know, Indiana or something like that. I don't know. They're like, hey, dude, we were thinking about, you know, setting up in this car show and we know that you've been doing it. And I'm like, yeah, dude, do it. So I thought that was kind of cool that they reached out from a completely different state. And so, I mean, I thought that was really, really super cool of them to call me. And then, you know, of course I'm going to tell them to fucking do it. Do it. Get out there and have some fun. It's a blast.
Hell yeah. Well, Bud, we're going to let you go and get back to your normal life for what you do on a Wednesday today? I don't know. I don't know when we record these things anymore. But you know, we really appreciate you being on the show with us and, you know, chatting about the culture with us. So, in all things custom, keep it cool.
Yep.